So far, it has been a July full of good vibes for Birmingham Legion, but tonight they face one of the Eastern Conference's best, as the Charleston Battery have come to town. It's a battle of Eastern Conference Titans tonight, and it starts right now. Hello from the Magic City, that's Birmingham, Alabama, and off in the distance, Protective Stadium. Our host for tonight's contest, presented by BL Harbert, featuring Birmingham Legion FC taking on the Charleston Battery. Inside our broadcast booth, glad to have you along for the ride tonight. Alongside the coach, Mike Evan, I'm Blake Gardner. And Mike, what a battle we have on our hands tonight. Charleston's been one of the Eastern Conference's best, but Birmingham Legion are hot on their tails in the Eastern Conference table.
Yeah, this should be a really fun matchup. Charleston only one loss in their last 5, but Birmingham have been climbing up the table and getting closer and closer. Both are very good attacking teams. The difference is maybe one mistake here or one great play there.
Well, Charleston's been solid front to back, and at the back, Trey Muse has been one of the best goalkeepers in the league. That's been very important for Charleston.
Well, Trey Muse is big, and he makes himself seem even bigger in the way he plays. He comes up with that 1 or 2 key saves every single match, and he's got a great pedigree coming out of Indiana University.
Well, he's kept a lot of clean sheets, too. That certainly helps things at the back. He's closing in on what would be his 300th save in his USL Championship career tonight. On the other side of things, for Birmingham Legion, what an age 17 season Matthew Corcoran is having.
Well, Matthew Corcoran, he connects passes, he creates chances. He had 2 assists last week on corner kicks. He's become a dominant player in the midfield and a dominant defensive player.
And coming off arguably his best performance of the year, 2 assists, tied for the team lead in tackles in the win at Louisville City. We'll see if he can keep that up here in this contest tonight. Well, we are closing in on kickoff in Birmingham. Can Birmingham Legion continue their climb up the Eastern Conference table, or will Charleston put a stop to it and collect all 3 points on the road? It's Birmingham Legion and Charleston Battery, and it comes your way next.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if I help somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama, and our coverage of the USL Championship tonight. A big win in the Eastern Conference. Birmingham Legion and Charleston Battery. Before kickoff, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s tonight. Mike, let's start with Coach Ben Pierman and Charleston Battery. Great result for the Battery last week against Pittsburgh, so no changes to that starting 11.
Yeah, when you have that kind of success, you don't want to change anything. This lineup is really quick and athletic up front. It's solid in midfield, and in the back, they're really big and powerful.
Talked how complete Charleston has been back to front so far this year. They don't make any changes. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, no Tyler Pasher tonight after he came off hurt against Louisville City, so they're forced into one change.
Well, that's a change that Legion certainly hate to see, but it's Nico Brett, the all-time leading scorer, who comes on in his place. So I think this is still going to be a very dangerous attacking team, and as always, rock solid in the back.
Our referees tonight led by that man, Matt Thompson, the Mississippi native, making his 10th appearance as a referee in the USL Championship this year, his second time here at Protective Stadium after he did Birmingham Legion in El Paso earlier this year. There's Ben Pierman, the first-year head coach at Charleston after 2 excellent seasons at the helm in Memphis. Now turning around this Charleston Battery side, and on the other side of things, head coach Tom Stone now in his 5th season at the helm here in Birmingham, where he has led this project along with Jay Heaps from day one, going back to the inaugural season in 2019. Fonwell Kavita, the Birmingham captain tonight, fresh off his 200th USL Championship regular season appearance. This will be appearance number 201 for the Legion captain, and it's the debut tonight for the 3rd Avenue South white shirts for Birmingham Legion. It's white for Birmingham, it's the traditional stripes for Charleston Battery, and we are underway from Protective Stadium. And it took all of 9 seconds for our first whistle, and a foul against Juan Agadella.
Didn't take long for the game to get physical. Both these teams know what's at stake. Both of them are going to battle for everything.
91 degrees at kickoff here in Birmingham. Feels like 97 when you factor in the humidity and heat index. There have been hints of thunderstorms in and around the area, but looks like we're going to have a pretty clear night for soccer, which is what we want to see in the forecast. Charleston and Birmingham going head-to-head for the first time. The flag stays down. Great first touch from Avila. Was he brought down? Referee says no. Lovely ball over the top. Beto Avila nearly in behind the Birmingham back line, mere seconds in.
Just a quick reminder how quick these guys are up top. Charleston Battery, very athletic. And it looks like they had a game plan of let's play 1 or 2 behind and see if we can catch them.
Be a throw for Birmingham here. Colin Smith, the 19-year-old on loan from FC Dallas, to get play restarted. That is going to be a fun matchup to watch on that side of the park all night long. Colin Smith, the 19-year-old, against Fidel Barajas, the 17-year-old. Arguably one of the brightest, if not the brightest, young player in the USL Championship. Of course, 17-year-old Matthew Corcoran, who we talked about in the open for Birmingham Legion. Almost has every right to that young player, best young player in the USL Championship title as well. Two of the brightest teenagers in the league squaring off tonight. Good hold-up play there from Augie Williams. His first touches tracked by Kavita all the way back into his own 3rd. Sends it away. Ramos trying to bring it down. Kernali took it off him, and it was last touched by a member of black and yellow. So a throw for Birmingham Legion. A chance for us to look at tonight's injury report. We'll start with Charleston first, of course. Hanwala Buana, unfortunately, out for the year, suffering that knee injury back in February. And Arturo Rodriguez missing once again tonight due to a suspension he is serving. No more information on that. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, officially didn't have anybody in the injury report, but Tyler Pasher came off hurt about a half hour in at Louisville City last week and did not make the 18. So no Tyler Pasher available for Birmingham this evening, which, as we talked about early on, certainly a key missing piece. But when you can replace Pasher with Nico Brett, that's certainly not exactly like for like, but certainly goal-scoring threat for goal-scoring threat, as Kernali was forced to concede an early corner there. Pressure of Charleston paying off for the first set-piece opportunity of the night.
A little bit of uncertainty on that play. Both Alex Kernali and Matt Van Oak kind of looking at each other like, I thought that was you, I thought that was me. But better to give up the corner than a shot on goal.
Anyway, Kaza, the 26-year-old former USF Bull, back in the starting 11 the second straight week. His serve is right at Matt Van Oak. Oka wants to get play restarted quickly, trying to throw it out in the run of Kasim. Maybe a bit too ambitious in that regard.
Prosper Kasim is very quick. We saw last week that you can play big balls over the top to him, but that one was a little bit out of his reach for sure.
Derek Dodson working the flank, trying to cut it back just a bit behind Beto Avila. Dodson's pass intercepted that time by Anderson Asiadu. Good work from him as Martinez went down and was fouled. Work by Ikaza, making sure he stopped the counter-attacking opportunity there. That man, Enzo Martinez, when we talked to Ben Pierman earlier this week, Mike, he's the guy that he said, quote, scares him. Martinez, a guy who has been nothing short of prolific in his now season and a half as a member of Birmingham Legion FC.
You don't hear opposing coaches use that kind of language very often, but no question Enzo Martinez can put the fear into any player, any coach. He can do it all. He works hard. He runs all over the field. He's proven he can be a goal scorer. He can create chances for other players. He really is a guy that makes this team tick and click and run, and especially run. He does a lot of it himself.
Another throw for Birmingham, tried to get it to Martinez, could not. Williams trying to hold it up. Avila, Williams trying to keep it, almost did through a crowd. Kavita and Crognale eventually do the job. First real touches here for Gabriel Alves, the rookie from Marshall. Once again getting the start as the left back tonight for Birmingham. Good touch from Crognale. Colin Smith has room to run. He's got pace to burn. Working with Prosper Kasim on that side. Asiadu trying to play it first time to Corcoran, who somehow got that. Pings a lovely pass to switch the play to Juan Agudelo. Here is Agudelo cutting inside. Martinez tried to turn. Ikaza beat him there. Corcoran out the other side. Prosper Kasim. Edge of the area. Whips in a service. Tended away by Dodson only as far as Asiadu. Asiadu able to maintain possession. Birmingham trying to keep the pressure on. Smith, driven serve, headed away by Palma. It's Juan Sebastian Palma, Leland Archer. Once again, the two center backs tonight for Charleston. Smith cut it inside. Nico Brett trying to bend his run to stay onside, but he didn't. Shot went wide, but the flag was up anyways.
Charleston Battery were focused a little bit on Martinez. They were worried about Prosper Kasim, and the next thing you know, sliding in behind is Nico Brett. There's just so many threats and so many weapons, even though he was step off sides. A little bit of a sense of what this Birmingham team is capable of.
So a free kick here for Charleston to restart things 7 minutes in, and Mike gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight. Let's start first with Charleston. How do they keep their unbeaten run going tonight?
Well, they're going to have to be good on set pieces. They may look to score off of set pieces, but they're also going to have to be really good defensively because Legion have proven that they can score on set pieces. And then the Air Force, they're going to have to use that size advantage. They're one of the most dominant teams in the air, and that's something that they can try to really turn into a threat for them. For Legion, again, set pieces, they scored twice in their last match. They've really turned that into a positive, where earlier in the year it seemed to almost be a negative. And then if they can press this Charleston team, Charleston is big and powerful in the back, but they do have a tendency to overplay once in a while. If Legion presses, they may be able to create some counterattacks off of it.
Juan Agudelo sinking in for a touch. To the feet of his center back, Alex Crognale, who was recently named to the team of the week, also had the goal of the week. What a weekend it was for Crognale against Louisville City. As he pings a pass that finds Agudelo, who couldn't keep his footing. Alves helping out his teammate there on the touchline. Alex Crognale, the game-winning goal for Birmingham against Louisville City with a no-look flick in stoppage time. Game that was tied to give Birmingham all 3 points at Lynn Family Stadium. his 3rd goal of the year.
He's always been a big man and a big target on set pieces.
So the flag goes up there against Augie Williams, who was well offside.
He's always been a threat on set pieces, especially in the air, but he showed that he's got some foot skills as well and really scored an incredible goal.
Both Cronulla and Matthew Corcoran named to the USL Championship Team of the Week this past week. Corcoran set up not 1, but 2 goals off of corners in the second half against Louisville City. Birmingham Legion turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 win. This is taken off it there. Be a throw for Birmingham. So Avila tracking back defensively. Got to Kasim. Off of Declan Wynn. Kasim cuts it inside. Still Prosper Kasim looking for a shooting lane. Declan Wynn wouldn't let him have one as he got a piece of that. Kaza clears it away. Williams not able to keep it in play. It'll be a throw for Birmingham once more. Speaking of Team of the Week, Charleston had 2 members this past week's Team of the Week as well. Augie Williams and Fidel Barajas both picking up that honor. Barajas, of course, just like Corcoran, 2 assists. And Charleston's win as well. Battery took a 3-1 result against the top team in the Eastern Conference, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. A huge result for Charleston. Pittsburgh battling against Memphis. Chance for Charleston to move to the top of the Eastern Conference once again with a result tonight. Good work by Anderson Asidou. Chris Allen pushing forward. Like he might have had an opportunity to spur a goal-scoring chance. Instead, Birmingham can counter.
Establish a little bit of possession, trying to push Charleston back into their own defensive third of the field. The more they keep it, the more they can play the game in the Charleston half, I think the safer they will feel.
Almost mishit that pass just a touch. Still got Stefan Wakavita. Now Matt Van Oekel resets everybody. MVO, the 36-year-old Birmingham goalkeeper, looking for clean sheet number 41 of his career. Picked up his 40th clean sheet the last time Birmingham played here at Protective Stadium. Birmingham's 1-0 victory against the Tampa Bay Rowdies. It's been a big July for Birmingham Legion. A disappointing result at Las Vegas, 3-3 draw. Since then, against teams above them in the Eastern Conference, 3 points against Tampa Bay, 3 points against Louisville City. They're looking for that same result against another team that is above them in the Eastern Conference, Charleston. Dotson sets that down for a free kick, another whistle against Juan Agudelo. Ikaza. On the turn, Avila. Looking down the line. Koenig could not keep that in play. Nothing but a goal kick for Birmingham Legion. Matt Van Oekel being picked up by our crowd mic down there, setting up his defensive alignment in front of him. Mike, you talked about it a little bit. We were talking about Birmingham starting 11. It's been the defensive organization that's really been a big part of Birmingham's run here over this summer. They were leaking goals a bit early. Really didn't give up anything of note against Tampa Bay. Gave up just 2 shots on target against Louisville City last week for a large chunk of that game. They have been much more sound defensively throughout late June and now into July.
I think they tweaked not their formation and not who was playing, but just the way that they were playing. A few less risks in the back, outside backs still go forward, but maybe not every time. And it's resulted in a little more consistency in their defending, and it's resulted in a lot more points in the table.
Archer beats Brett to that, and Muse sends it away from trouble. Cronulla Go down near the corner and collect that. Of course, the story for Birmingham Legion, the big part of the year, was their run into the U.S. Open Cup. Uncalled handball, the big difference against Inter Miami. Perhaps Birmingham would have had a chance to go through if whistle blows there. Instead, Miami advances to the semifinals of that tournament, but Birmingham was making a run through that. Their USL Championship form suffered. They had just 1 point total from their matches in the league in the month of May, but since the calendar turned, Birmingham has found their form once again. 1 loss in their last 6, 13 points over that stretch. Coming into tonight looking for more. Agudelo finds Martinez, who stayed onside. Into Martinez. And a bit of a shove there from Dodson, but not enough to warrant a point to the spot.
Definitely contact. The referee saw it as shoulder to shoulder, which is completely legal. Hard to argue when you see that. It's a lot of force. It does not touch the ball, but shoulder to shoulder charges are allowed. The referee said play on.
Hughes will send everybody forward. Derek Dodson, a guy that Ben Pierman highlighted big time when we talked to him this week. The 24-year-old spent last year with Pierman in Memphis. Originally drafted by Orlando City, but he has been a huge piece of Charleston's success this year. He's played all but 17 minutes for the Battery in 2023. Scored once, he set up 3 other goals. He covers a lot of ground on that right flank from his right fullback position. Dodson and Agudelo still sharing a few words after they've been locked up in some duels here in the first quarter hour tonight.
Dodson is a very aggressive defender. He likes the physical contact. But Juan Agudelo is one of the very best in the league at hold-up play and using his body against defenders. That's going to be a fun battle to watch all night long.
Kaza trying to hold back Martinez. Agudelo to Alvis. Couldn't quite get it off his foot. Marcanic forcefully took it off his foot. Avila to bring it down. Leland Archer clears it only as far as Matthew Corcoran, who keeps it close off his chest. His pass just a bit behind Agudelo. Avila. Tackle there from Alvis. Birmingham thought they had won it back. A late whistle brings it back, not to the last challenge, but perhaps the initial one.
Look at it there. I think it's a little bit of a trailing foot from Gabriel Alves that ended up being the reason for the foul.
Work by Smith to cut out that pass. It'll be a throw for Charleston. They waste no time. Barajas not going to get to that throw. Alex Granale got there instead. Good turn by Marcanic. Marcanic threading it through. Augie Williams turns and surveys. His cross cut out by Kavita. Manuel Kavita so solid at the back for Birmingham. 20-year-old who played his college soccer at Clemson. He's been an Iron Man for Birmingham. He's missed very, very little time. And head coach Tom Sohn has basically written in Sharpie since he's come over back in 2021.
There are a few players on this team that you don't even have to think, are they going to be in the lineup or not?
An early yellow card is going to be shown to Nick Marcanic for a late challenge on Matthew Corcoran. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Marcanic doesn't like seeing a yellow card so early, but this was late and frankly unnecessary on Corcoran.
That's a pretty nasty foul, absolutely deserving of the yellow. You've gone to ground, it's 2 feet, it's from behind. Any one of those characteristics would bring out the yellow. All 3 guarantees it.
Koenig, a former FC Cincinnati product. In fact, his twin brother actually plays for Colorado Rapids in MLS. 17th start of the year for Mark Koenig, a guy who scored 7 times already this season, but he's playing under a yellow card for quite some time the rest of the night. Another whistle that time goes against Barajas for that jersey tug on Colin Smith.
That's been a good battle on the left side of the Charleston attack. Barajas and Colin Smith, 2 young players, 2 incredibly talented players. So far, it's been a stalemate out there.
Palm up, goes back to the feet of Trey Muse. He's looking for his 8th clean sheet tonight. Kaza out wide. Trying to build this Charleston attack. Koenig on the turn. Connects with Barajas. Charleston haven't had a whole lot in the way of attacking opportunities the first 20 minutes. Kaza trying to change that. Perhaps it changes here. Declan Wynn pushing forward. Wynn, Ikaza kept running. Ikaza not quite going to get there.
See a little bit of explosion from Ikaza. It looked like the pass was way past him, and then all of a sudden he just exploded forward. Couldn't quite keep it in, but a little bit of deceptive athleticism.
Let's see, Anderson Asiadu and Ikaza both crashing into the ad boards down there. 2 guys that certainly were not about to give an inch as that ball trickled over the inline. Kasim's first touch pulls him inside. Well done by Kasim. Anderson Asiadu has space. Birmingham pushing forward in a hurry. Here's Juan Agudelo. Marked by Dodson. Nico Brett. First time back out wide to Alvis.
It was a 3-on-3 just for a moment, but Charleston battery very quick getting everybody back and getting into position.
Corcoran thought about switching the point of attack. Instead goes back to where it came from. Will reset. Well done by Charleston to cut out potential goal scoring opportunity there. Corcoran on the turn, looking over the top for Nico Brett. Now the flag does come up as he and Dodson collide.
No surprise there, Dodson in another physical confrontation.
Second time early on, Nico Brett's had that offside flag go up against him. Hughes will put it down. Charleston will play here in a moment. Fan Select is the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com. The latest Select product specials and more. Select is the player's choice. About midway through our opening 45 minutes. All this is going to be called for the foul there. Mike, both sides really feeling each other out early. Just one combined shot here through the first 22.5 minutes.
Not sure if they're feeling each other out or canceling each other out. Both teams just rock solid defensively. Both teams making sure not to make any critical mistakes. Neither team able to carve out too many chances. So far, no chances on goal.
Charleston's defensive numbers a bit misleading as Allen pushes forward. Declan Wynn's got a bit of space. Barajas keeps the move going, cuts it back. Kavita blocks the first shot, the second shot blocked by Alvis. A chance for Ikaza, top of the box. Van Oekel holds it.
Just as we were saying, they've canceled each other out. Charleston figures it out, creates a couple of really good chances. Great ball laid back, a little bit of chaos. Very clean strike with Gabriel Alves blocking.
First save of the night for Matt Van Oekel. Avila's first shot blocked by Kavita. Markanix was a missile that Alves got in front of. It's the second time in as many weeks, by the way, Gabriel Alves has made a big-time block at Louisville City last weekend in a game that was 1-1 late in the second half. Alves, a goal line clearance that kept that game tied. Allowed Birmingham to collect all 3 points later on. We're tracking back defensively by Agadello. He wins possession back for Birmingham. Birmingham going to try to find a way through this organized Charleston defense that, as we're talking about, has been a bit better than the numbers indicate. Alex Cronali almost lost possession. He's going to get called for the foul and is going to be shown a yellow card. Brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. If he doesn't hack down Markanix has the pace to beat him and might have been in on goal.
This was just a loose touch, took his eye off the ball, gave it away, and he had no choice, either the ball or the man, but both will not pass.
So a yellow card shown to Cronali, the 7th yellow card of his season. The big center back now in his 4th season here in Birmingham. So each side now, the man carrying an early yellow card caution. Alves heads that back in the direction of his own goal. Kavita flicks it back to him. Much more convincing clearance that time from Alves. Kasim, play over the top for Nico Brett. Brett able to hold off Dodson. Agadello trying to turn the corner, got the cross almost to Enzo Martinez, and Nico Brett didn't catch it cleanly on the volley.
It was a great ball from Juan Agadello, trying to pick out, I believe it was Prosper Kasim at the back post, just couldn't quite get it high enough with the outside of his right boot. And then Nico Brett doing what he does, which is just taking every opportunity to shoot. That one didn't hit it clear, didn't get it on goal, but he's always a threat because he'll shoot from anywhere.
It's a great game last time out for Juan Agadello, who scored Birmingham's first goal against Louisville City. We're going to stop it here as Markanix, like he took a cleat completely off. Redid it. He's now relacing things up as Charleston's using this as a de facto water break. Now the referee tells Muse to go ahead, but Muse had to wait a moment to make sure his teammates were away from the team area. But about half the team was getting a sip of water on a very, very warm night. Touch by Williams, a throw for Birmingham right in front of their own bench. Birmingham fans, to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news, be sure to follow @BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and download the Legion FC app today. Again, @BHM Legion. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Legion FC app available on both the App Store and Google Play. Your way to keep up with all things Birmingham Legion FC. Heads it forward. Cronali won the ball in the air, but Haas is able to bring it down. Rajas just a bit too heavy with that first touch. Great throw by Prosper Kasim to find Nico Brett in space, and out the other side for Agadello. Agadello pushing forward again. Going at Dodson, tried his crossover. Dodson got a toe in there. It's been a good start defensively for Derek Dodson tonight.
Been heavily involved, and he's won just about every challenge.
Down the line for the run of Agadello, but Muse came off his line to collect it. Would have been unfortunate timing if Agadello got behind Dodson there right as we were singing his praises. Muse to the rescue though as Williams tried to hold it up against Kavita, and again, last touch by Williams. Kavita has gotten the better of that matchup to this point. put it back in play. 29th minute. Should be coming up on our first half hydration break. Thought we might get it there. I think Matt Thompson looked at his watch and contemplated stopping play there as well, but we'll let it continue for a little bit longer. Armadillo on the move again. He's got an overlapping run from Alvis. His first time serve is right at Muse.
I believe he was trying to bend that ball behind the defense and across the 6 and just didn't wrap his foot around it enough. Pretty easy pickup for Trey Muse.
Englishman Chris Allen. Another guy who started every game for Charleston so far this year. Allen pushing forward until he gets some resistance. Marcanic as well. Williams. Dodson providing the width. Kaza providing support. Charleston trying to break down an organized Birmingham defense. Dodson, top of the box. Marcanic, hounded by Corcoran. Kaza, Williams, Marcanic, trying to chip it in behind. Matt Van Oekel had that one read. Mike, it has been real estate that's been hard to come by in the attacking third for both these two sides here through the first half hour.
Both have done a nice job in midfield of keeping the ball and creating some possession, but in front of each other's goals, there's just no room to maneuver. Players are trying to come up with something creative or different to create chances on goal, but it's been challenging for both sides.
Armadillo trying to get it back to Martinez. Allen got there first, and Muse clears it away. Avila tried to bring it down. Instead, Alvis took it away from it. Birmingham can make Charleston chase just a little bit more. Good turn for Kasim. Colin Smith, the fullback, pushing forward. Smith got the service away, looking for Martinez. Dodson got ahead to it. Smith trying to use his body, got a touch to it. Race to the byline. Smith got there first, into the ad board. Nico Brett off the post. Muse did just enough to get it to the bar. It's cleared away, and Trey Muse is down.
An incredible strike from Nico Brett, but an even better save from Trey Muse. But I believe in making that save, he put his head into the post. Trainers are out quickly to take a look at him. This was a fantastic strike from Nico Brett. First time out of the air, and just an amazing save from Trey Muse.
Two players down. Muse has one. Colin Smith went crashing into the ad boards on this initial service. And Muse does crash into the post. It looks like maybe the back of his head as he tries to turn, hits the outside of that post. What a save, though. Just enough to push that Nico Brett shot onto the post and deny Birmingham an opening goal. Colin Smith is to his feet, making his way back onto the field of play while Trey Muse is at least sitting up. That's a good sign.
Colin Smith did really well to get to that ball at a full sprint, but there's only a couple of yards off the edge of the field before you do crash into those signboards. He's up and walking comfortably, hopefully okay. Trey Muse back up and on his feet. That's a great sign.
He's going to get a few more beats too, because we are at our hydration break here, just past the half-hour mark. Wow, what a sequence there. Colin Smith somehow getting that service into the box in the first place. Nico Brett putting it on frame on the volley. Trey Muse going full extension, sacrificing his body to keep this game 0-0. What a way, by the way, for Trey Muse to collect his 300th USL Championship career save.
Yeah, you're always going to remember milestones like that. Number 300 is a big one, but he'll remember that one even more because what a fantastic save it was.
Both sides making their way back out to the field of play. Our hydration break is coming to a close in just a moment. Fans, don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club's on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of the USL Championship action on ESPN+. Go to the USL, La Liga, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Shout out to everybody in Alabama watching us here on My 68 or on ESPN+. Everybody else across the country, Charleston fans included, catching the action tonight on ESPN+. Two of the top teams in the East with playoffs on their mind. Going head-to-head for the first time this season. One of the plays of the year just unfolded a few moments ago. Trey Muse has given the thumbs up. He's good to go. Colin Smith still moving a little gingerly, but he said he's good to go as well. So, post-hydration break, everyone ready to continue. The final 10-plus minutes in this opening 45, and Colin Smith showing off the pace. Looks like he's all right. Kassim gets it back to Smith. Corcoran almost got it back to him a second time. Marcanic, split defenders, find Avila. Avila hit from behind by Alvis. Free kick given. Thompson's going to have a word at least with Alvis. Looks like he's debating whether or not Alvis is going to see a yellow card.
A little bit of a clip from behind. Lots of defenders back, so wasn't stopping a goal-scoring chance. I think it was more about dribbling the ball away after the play that brought the conversation with our official.
Alvis has already missed one match, the Las Vegas match, due to yellow card accumulation. He avoids seeing yellow there. Already had 2 yellow cards, one shown to either side here in the opening 36 minutes. Chris Allen, a bit of space, but nowhere to go. Tracked by Corcoran. Tried to shake him and eventually got enough space to get it to Marcanic. Here is Nick Marcanic. His shot blocked aside by Cronali.
Marcanic with a great run getting behind Anderson Asiadu, and a lovely pass to him.
Williams got ahead to that, but couldn't really get much behind it. Nothing comes to the opportunity in the end for Charleston. Charleston have gotten forward a little bit more often here over the past 10 minutes or so. Nick Marcanic's been heavily involved. Chris Allen and Emilio Icaza are starting to push forward a little bit from their defensive midfielder spots as well. As Dodson thought he had taken it off of Agadello, it wasn't to be. Nico Brett didn't see the pass coming from him, from Agadello. Avila on the turn, clipped by Alvis again.
Great turn, really quick. Caught Gabriel Alves out of position.
And that is going to be a yellow card for Gabriel Alves. He avoided the card the first time around. Not going to avoid it this time. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Now 2 Birmingham defenders on yellow card cautions before the halftime break. Certainly something to keep an eye on there as Marcanic is able to turn. Corcoran forcefully denies him. Here's Barajas. Declan Wood with space. His serve cut out by Smith. A foul is going to give Birmingham Legion a free kick that they wanted to take quickly, but they're going to be pointed about 15 yards further back. Of course, Corcoran just put it down where they put it down initially and was allowed to play, so never mind. 39th minute here at Protective Stadium. Glad to have you with us tonight. Great ball from Alvis. Agadello rises. His shot was over the bar. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. The flag did go up. 3. Good ball from Gabriel Alves delivered.
Really nicely shaped cross, bent it behind the defense, placed it right on the head of his teammate Juan Agudelo, but didn't go in the goal, and it was offsides.
Palma sends it forward. Barajas got a piece, not much more than that. So it goes back to Matt Van Oekel. Birmingham fans, Legion FC's next match is on the road at Colorado Springs Switchbacks on Friday, August 4th at 8 o'clock Central Time. Tune in to watch the match here on My 68 or on ESPN+. Follow at BHM Legion on Twitter for live match updates. Legion FC's next home game kicks off Saturday, August 12th at Protective Stadium against Sacramento Republic. Get your tickets to the match today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. Western Conference swing for Birmingham at Colorado Springs and then at home against Sacramento to start the month of August. Key intervention there from Wynn, trying to clip it over the top of Colin Smith. Pace of Smith paying off there in the end.
Colin Smith has been really sharp tonight. That matchup with Barajas has been pretty one-sided so far.
So far, a nice bounce back for Colin Smith, who didn't play his best game last time out against Louisville City. Had another tough matchup that night against Brian Olby. He's been solid so far tonight as Martinez couldn't quite connect with Nico Brett. Allen hooves it away in the direction of Augie Williams. Alex Crognale got a foot to it. Agudelo plays the switch, perfectly weighted to Kasim. Kasim has Nico Brett for support, cuts it inside himself, and didn't miss the frame by too terribly much. Kasim thought he got clipped. Referee didn't necessarily agree.
Nico Brett made a very clever run behind the defense, drawing center backs out of the way for Prosper Kasim, who cut it inside on that left foot, and we've seen him hit a number of real blasts with that left. He just couldn't keep this one down.
Prosper Kasim has scored 24 times on his run with Birmingham Legion. Doesn't include 2 U.S. Open Cup goals this year, one which was a game winner against Charlotte FC. He hasn't scored a league goal yet this year. As Matt Van Oekel makes a relatively easy catch. A quick roll out to Asiadu. Second minute, Blake Gardner, Mike Evan. Glad to have you with us. Whether you're watching on My 68 or ESPN+. The games of the week in the USL Championship. Birmingham and Charleston, both riding unbeaten streaks throughout these summer months. Avila throws it in quickly. Williams tried to turn. Pass doesn't quite reach Allen. Martinez had it picked. Gets it to the feet of Brett. Agudelo, first time. Kasim is off and running. Flag stays down. Kasim is in. Kasim scores! Counter-attacking brilliance for Birmingham Legion, and it's star boy himself, Prosper Kasim, that has the opening goal.
The quiet assassin does it one more time. Comes up with so many big moments, whether it's a key assist or a great goal. When he gets the ball in front of the goal, he doesn't miss very often. He was very calm on this one and slotted it home.
It started with the interception from Martinez, Corcoran, Brett, and how about the vision from Juan Agudelo to see the run of Prosper Kasim timed perfectly to beat the Battery's high line, and it's Birmingham in front.
What a great ball from Juan Agudelo over the top, cuts out all the defenders, and Prosper Kasim just has to pass it into the corner, which he does very calmly.
Well, was it, just a couple minutes ago? We said Prosper Kasim scored all these goals. He just hasn't scored in USL Championship play this year. He has now. His first goal of 2023 is brought to you by AT&T. Birmingham Legion have a breakthrough just a few minutes before the halftime whistle. How can Charleston come up with a response here late in this first half with quite a few minutes of stoppage time forthcoming? Declan Wynn tried to keep that in play. He did. Well done by Wynn. Wynn picked up his head. His service took a deflection. Only headed it away from trouble. A throw from Charleston on that side of things. Word from down below is potentially 5 minutes of stoppage time is coming to close this first half. Corcoran intercepts that. Palma collects. Wynn. Overlap from Barajas. Couldn't get around Enzo Martinez. Just has not been a whole lot of free real estate for Fidel Barajas to explore in this first half.
One of the problems when you have the kind of game he had last weekend is that everybody learns about you, studies tape on you, and focuses on you.
Barajas has a clean serve here, sent it away by Alves. Birmingham thought that might have gone out of play. AR on that side didn't agree. Koenig thought he got fouled. Referee opts to let things move. Cornali clears away another inquisitive pass. It was confirmed. 5 minutes of stoppage time to close this first half, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Charleston last week against Pittsburgh scored early, jumped out in front of Pittsburgh in no time. But so far through 45, almost 46 minutes, just one shot on target in Protective Stadium tonight. Can they create another scoring opportunity here in first half stoppage time? Johnson's cutback intercepted by Asiadu.
Well done from Anderson Asiadu, first reading the pass and intercepting it, and then calmly holding the ball and finding a teammate.
Well, plays that to the fourth official. A throw for Birmingham Legion. Birmingham fans, if you're looking to grab some of the season's Legion FC merch to wear to the next home game, check out the all-new gear now at bhmlegion.shop. Again, bhmlegion.shop. Nico Brett is pulled down. Fans that were in attendance tonight, the first 100 that made it to the merch tents had a crack at the new 3rd Avenue South white kit that Birmingham are debuting tonight. The red and white Birmingham Legion badge and Alabama Theater marquee down the right side. Tell you what, if Birmingham come away with all 3 points tonight, you might see this 3rd Avenue South kit a little bit more over the month of August. Not that anyone's superstitious about jersey selection or anything.
Soccer players notorious for being superstitious. This team's been good in black. They've been good in red. Tonight in white, they have the lead. They may have a tough time choosing which kit they want to wear each week.
Brings that down, safely goes back to Cornali. Just a quality-looking jersey matchup tonight. New kits for Birmingham Legion. About as traditional as it gets. For one of the oldest, if not the oldest, franchise in the history of American soccer, Charleston Battery. Chance here for Birmingham, though. Nico Brett will tee one up, and he's off the post a second time. It falls for Alves, whose cross is cut out by Ikaza. And now Nico Brett, maybe a frustration foul there. Nico Brett had his first shot of the night pushed onto the post by Muse, and now he finds the opposite post.
Well, this is classic Nico Brett. Give him 6 inches and he's going to find a way to get the strike off. Hit that one very cleanly. 1 inch to the right, and that ball skips off the post and goes in.
Rojas on the turn, tried to get it to Avila. That pass maybe a bit too heavy. Nico Brett right now has to feel snake bit. Last time Birmingham Legion played Tampa Bay at Protective Stadium a couple of weeks ago, Brett in second half stoppage time hit one about 100 miles an hour off the bar. So in the past 2 home games now, in his 2 halves of soccer, he has hit the bar and both posts.
Is that a hat trick of posts?
It might be. Brett scored 4 times this year, but he has now a few separate times come inches away from a potential 5th. Played 4 of the 5 minutes of added time to close this first half. Perhaps time for one more attacking opportunity. Corker in plenty of space. Perfectly weighted to Alvis. Alvis around Avila. His cross cut out by Archer. And Archer about as solid as they come. Who actually started against the United States this past summer's Gold Cup for Trinidad and Tobago. One of 4 of his caps for Trinidad in his international career. And Alvis isn't going to have time to throw this back into play. The whistle sounds, the first half in the books. But Birmingham Legion have the opening salvo of the night thanks to Juan Agadello's setting up Prosper Kasim. As both sides hit the halftime dressing rooms, Birmingham Legion and their head coach Tom Sohn will enjoy a lead here at home. Coming up at halftime, plenty to get to, plenty to talk about, including our interview with Matthew Corcoran to get his thoughts on his 2023 season so far. Plus, we're gonna look at some first half stats, some out-of-town scores, and some news and notes from across the USL Championship. That's all coming up when we return to Protective Stadium. Our score at the moment, Birmingham Legion 1, Charleston Battery 0. We'll be back right after this.
Calling all Legion fans, Birmingham Legion and your local Papa John's have teamed up to kick your hunger with these exclusive Papa John's deals. When the Legion win, you win. Get a free large pizza with the purchase of a large pizza at regular menu price the day after a Legion win. Using code LEGIONWINS at papajohns.com. Hungry for better? All season long, enjoy 25% off your regular menu price order when you use code LEGION at papajohns.com. Don't miss out on these great deals at a participating Papa John's.
We
I'm here with Matthew Corcoran from Birmingham Legion. Matthew, at 15 you signed a pro contract. 16 you're playing with Birmingham Legion in games. At 17 you've now made the player of the week or team of the week. What's the long-term goals here?
For me, I mean, I think it's been a good start. I think I've been blessed to get some opportunities here and just to continue to grow and just develop and get some minutes under my belt to grow and then make that progression, hopefully overseas, and just have a good long career.
When you were 13, did you think you were going to be a pro at 15?
I mean, it was a dream. I had it in my sights, but you don't really expect it until it comes true.
When did you make that decision in your own mind that, you know what, I think I'm going to be a pro, this is what I want to do?
It was when I was at Dallas. I think just seeing a lot of players sign at Dallas and progress through the ranks and just end up having good careers, I thought I really wanted to do that. And when I saw that happen, I just was determined to get it done.
Now, when I was a player, I was the greatest goal scorer ever, maybe the fastest player on the field. How do you describe yourself?
I say I'm just smart with my game. I play the game with my head, and I just always trying to be in good positions, manipulate players, and try and help the team in any way I can.
The first few games that you played, I think everybody noticed your skill level. Everybody noticed how many passes you connected. In your last game, what we all noticed was how many tackles you won, how many aerial duels you were winning. Is that something you've been working on?
Yeah, that side of my game, I think that's what I've been working on with staff and some players, just trying to develop that side too. Because on the ball, that's my strength, but being able to do it defensively well will make me a better player.
When you look 2 years, 3 years down the road, what do you want to be, or where do you want to be?
Hopefully just somewhere in the top 5 league, and just hopefully representing the national team and just playing my best soccer.
Now, I know your father played for the U.S. Youth National Team.
Yes, sir.
He went on to have a great college career and pro career. Are you talking trash with your dad these days?
No, my dad helps me a lot. He's good. He's always the first one to support me, tell me what I can do better, tell me when I do good. So he's been good. He helped me a lot.
Well, from what I see, you're doing an awful lot of good out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We all enjoy watching you. Thank you for spending time with us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Well, back here in the Magic City, Birmingham, Alabama. Glad to have you with us tonight. Our coverage of the USL Championship. Birmingham Legion taking on Charleston Battery tonight. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman. We are through 45 minutes here at Protective Stadium with Birmingham Legion in front and trying to continue their ascent up the USL Championship Eastern Conference table, which looks like this coming into the night. Birmingham starting the night in 5th, a chance to move to 4th depending on what happens in that Memphis-Pittsburgh game. Meanwhile, Mike, Charleston had a chance to leap back into 1st, depending on what happens in that game as well. Charleston have been one of the turnaround stories, if not the biggest turnaround story in the USL this year.
They had a tough year last year, no doubt about it. But Ben Pierman's done a fabulous job bringing this team together, changing the style of play, and watching them climb up the ladder.
Birmingham looking for their 3rd straight win against an Eastern Conference foe. They lead right now. Chance to move to 4th as it stands because Memphis scored the first 2 of the night. They were up 2-0 against Pittsburgh inside 36 minutes, and then Pittsburgh scored 4 in a row inside of about a 21-minute span of real game time action. Pittsburgh up 4-2 with about a quarter hour left up in Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Miami has an early lead against Loudoun, and no blood so far at the break between Tampa Bay Rowdies and FC Tulsa. But Mike, what a turnaround for Pittsburgh. After they didn't look their best against Charleston last week, they have come out in full force after getting punched in the mouth by Memphis.
They lost big last week. You're down 2-0 at the half. I wouldn't want to be in that locker room, but something was said that lit a fire under the Riverhounds, and 4 goals here to come back and take the lead is pretty darn good.
Another good Eastern Conference game as well between Lou City and Indy. That's about a 30 minutes or so into that contest. Across the USL Championship this week, of course, we talked about Alex Crinali and his incredible goal that won the game for Birmingham against Louisville City. Rarely do you see a center back win goal of the week, but Mike, given his effort, I think that was well earned.
Center back scoring on corners happens fairly often, but scoring the way Alex Crinali did with his feet, the backwards flick behind the back, really couldn't have been much more special.
Of course, we've talked most of the first half about Matthew Corcoran and Fidel Barajas. Nicholas Murray over at USLChampionship.com, an excellent highlight of both of those two and what they have been able to accomplish in their age 17 seasons here in 2023. It's pretty superb. And lastly, Tampa Bay, one of the contenders in the East, having to make a change at the head coach. Of course, a new man at Barnsley, their coach from the past few seasons. So Nicky Law is named the head man, and he inherits one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference. Now how do they respond?
Neil Collins did a great job with that Tampa Bay Rowdies side. Everybody in the league, I think, is excited to see him get the chance to go into the British game and see how he does. But what does Tampa do? Tampa Bay finds another British coach, another big name to come in and lead this side. I think it's going to be really fun to see what Nicky Law does.
Of course, back here, 45 minutes deep between Birmingham and Charleston. Mike, when you look at the stats, what stands out?
Well, what stands out is 1-0. I thought this was really an even game. Both teams had some possession. Both teams had a few chances, but not too many clear looks. And then one spectacular ball over the top gave Birmingham the lead through Prosper Kassim.
We'll see if Charleston can come up with a response when we return to Protective Stadium for the second half. Both sides starting to make their way out of the dressing rooms. The second 45 minutes from downtown Birmingham when we return right after this.
Our job is to keep your lights on. That's what you expect and deserve from Alabama Power. Our team works hard to prevent outages, but when they happen, we're on it. And we have some new tools to keep you informed. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see local outages and get repair time updates. Sign up to get personalized outage alerts by text or email for free. While we're out there getting your lights back on, we want you to have the latest information. That's our job, and we're grateful you trust us to serve you.
There's a beat in all of us. It drives us, it inspires us, and it pushes us through. It is there in preparation, it is there in battle, it is there in defeat and success. It's the engine, it's our guide. And this beat is my own. This beat is how I live. And this is how I hydrate. Body Armor Sport Water, hydration for athletes.
Back here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, just about ready for the second half. But first, let's get a look at highlights from our first 45 minutes. Avila and Kavita, an early collision. Avila didn't have much in the way of opportunities in the first half. Enzo Martinez wanted a whistle there, didn't get one. Derek Dotson was very, very good throughout that first 45 minutes defensively. Nick Markanek, though, was shown an early yellow card, one of a few early yellow cards, as Gabriel Alves was shown yellow as well. He and Alex Crognale have to be careful for Birmingham. This is probably Charleston's best look of the night, Mike.
They had a couple of chances off this one play. In the end, a fairly comfortable save from Matt Van Oekel.
There was when Alex Crognale was shown his yellow card for that challenge on Markanek. Probably one of the best saves Trey Muse has ever made, pushing Nico Brett's ball onto the post, kept that game scoreless at the time. Muse banged his head up against the post, but after a bit of a breather, was looking to be okay, and we thought we might be scoreless into the halftime locker room until this.
Fantastic ball over the top, right into the path of Prosper Kasim, and he very calmly slots it home.
His first league goal of the year after 2 goals scored in the U.S. Open Cup. He's got his first USL Championship play here in 2023, his 25th USL goal, and Birmingham almost made it too. Nico Brett hit one post off the hand of Muse and then hit the other post in second half stoppage time. So Brett's not able to find the back of the net after a couple of really good opportunities. The score still 1-0 for now. There's the goal scorer, Prosper Kasim. As Birmingham have made their way back onto the field, ready for the second half, they have made one change. Brought to you by Papa John's. Birmingham fans, use code LEGION for 25% off your regular menu price order at papajohns.com. It is Moses Mensah, the rookie from Campbell University, former Campbell, who is on at left back to replace Gabriel Alves, who was shown that first half yellow card.
Gabriel Alves had the yellow card, but he had a couple of difficult moments. Didn't look like maybe he was feeling his best right from the start of this match. Tommy Sohn has decided to make a change and bring on a young and fresh Mensah.
Meanwhile, on the other side of things, no announced changes for Charleston. Ben Pierman opting to stick with this 11, and Mike, it's not like Charleston played poorly that first 45. Got to imagine, outside of that one play, Ben Pierman relatively pleased with the way the first 45 unfolded.
Especially the last 15 to 20 minutes of the half. I thought they had better control and had created a chance or two. But as we said early in this game, it was going to be one moment here or there. And so far, that moment has fallen to Legion.
Second half underway, of course, Birmingham Legion. Their debut kits tonight, the 3rd Avenue Icy White strip. Charleston Battery, their traditional black and yellow stripes. Battery looking for a response early in the second half. Just the one shot on target so far for the visitors, 5 shots total. Let's see if Charleston continues to try to get bodies forward. Ikaza's pass cut out, but it falls for Dotson. And Mensah, did he get that cleanly? He did not. Avila went to ground. AR's flag went up and was waving. So a minute into this second half. Set-piece opportunity here for Charleston Battery.
This is a big Charleston team. They're aggressive in the air. They win an awful lot of aerial duels. This is a very dangerous opportunity for them.
Chance to get the bodies forward. Charleston didn't have much in the way of set-piece chances in the first half, just the one corner. Barajas and Ikaza both giving this a long look.
I think this would be a left-footed in-swinger, aiming for right around the penalty spot.
Ikaza whips it in and over the top of everybody. Mensah trying to usher it out of the play, does.
Perhaps going with a left-footed in-swinger might have done them better. That ball hit too hard, too far.
Kasim finds a Asiadu who's able to corral it and turn. Anderson Asiadu hasn't had a chance to get forward much tonight, but he has been rock solid defensively, as is typically the case. Former UCLA Bruin, now 27 years old. Birmingham's team leader in tackles. He has been each of the last 3 seasons. That's going to be a foul against Juan Sebastian Palma, who went flying over the top of Enzo Martinez. I believe there's going to be a yellow card shown for time wasting as Martinez tried to put the ball back into play.
The referee took his time, thought about what was going on. At the end of the day, 3 different Charleston players made an effort to delay the game. The referee gave the yellow.
I believe it's been shown to Palma. So Marcanic and Palma now have been shown yellow cards, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. Corcoran on the restart. Send it upfield in the direction of Nico Brett. Williams. Barajas couldn't quite keep it in play right in front of his head coach. Charleston bench continuing to talk to the 4th official, who went all the way over to their team area to discuss that last yellow card. Touches here from Mensah. Coming off the bench for the 9th time this year. He's also started 7 games for Birmingham. He's played quite a bit.
He's a little bit more of a stay-home defender.
Nothing comes of that. Allen only finds the waiting arms of Matt Van Okel. Here comes the goal scorer, Prosper Kasim. Agadello continues to be heavily involved. Had a goal last week. He has the assist on the lone goal so far tonight. Moses Mensah somehow got that out of an awfully crowded area over there. Nobody set up more goal scoring opportunities this year than Juan Agadello. 26 chances created coming into the night. Enzo Martinez. That pass was killer from Kasim. It would have been questionable whether Martinez was actually onside. Archer for Williams. Williams hounded by Kavita and foul.
There's a little clip of the heels. Augie Williams threw himself to the ground, making sure he got the attention of the center official.
Pretty quiet night so far for Augie Williams, a guy who came into the night with 9 goals, tied for 4th in the league. After just a breakout year last year, one of the few bright spots in Charleston's 2022, where he scored 16 times, a 2nd team All-USL.
That's 16 times on a team that really struggled to keep possession and create chances.
Well done from Smith. He got a piece of it and redirected it off the outside toe of Declan Wynn. So a goal kick for Birmingham Legion, 50 minutes deep. Fans USL's 2nd annual summer showcase signals the start of the sprint to the finish. Philip Gooderman FC Tulsa head west to face Romario Williams and Colorado Springs Switchbacks. It's FC Tulsa and Switchbacks FC Wednesday night, August 9th at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central on ESPN2. Nico Brett, Enzo Martinez, Prosper Kasim. Kasim, an in-swinging ball. Somehow made its way all the way through to Agadello. It was news to him, it appeared. Corcoran keeps it down here. Martinez. Nico Brett, and the flag up. Nico Brett just had drifted offside.
Nico Brett has not had a lot of touches on the ball, but when he's had it, he's found a way to get shots off.
And win it back once more. Asiadu. Plays it first time, Colin Smith. Smith has options. Racing to the byline, his cross cut out. Declan Wynn with him stride for stride, but it is the first Chick-fil-A corner of the night for Birmingham.
First corner, no question who's going to go and serve this one. He served 3 corner kicks against Louisville City. 2 of them found the back of the net. Can he do it again?
Corcoran, an outswinging serve just over the top of Agadello. Not as far away as Kavita. Kavita back out to the wide area. Over the top of Corcoran for Kasim. Kasim trying to turn things inside. Still Prosper Kasim trying to bend it through traffic. Nico Brett's shot was blocked wide. Birmingham keeping the pressure on. The second Chick-fil-A corner of this sequence forthcoming.
Every team knows that Prosper Kasim wants to cut inside with that left foot, but he's so quick and deceptive, it's hard to stop him. That deflected shot almost found its way to a teammate, Nico Brett, to put in the net.
Corcoran for the other flag. In swinging service, Cronali thought he was held. There were shouts in and around the area as it trickles over the end line. Both Birmingham and Charleston having words with referee Matthew Thompson. It is going to be another Birmingham corner as things stand right now.
No question that Alex Cronali got a hand on the ball. He felt he was pushed, and he tried to draw the whistle from the referee by grabbing the ball with his hand. Somehow the referee missed that and gave a corner kick to Birmingham Legion.
So third Chick-fil-A corner coming. Corcoran and Kasim both over near the flag this time. He plays it short. Colin Smith lobs it to the top of the box, and a foul given as Palma went down. After all that, Charleston escape unscathed. Leland Archer still talking to Matt Thompson about the previous serve. We're going to look at it here.
Good service in. It did eventually deflect off of a Charleston Battery defender, but seemed fairly obvious. In the end, no harm. Charleston have the ball.
You sends it deep. Kavita up to win the header. Rojas and Corcoran both in on the challenge. Skidoo sends it long into Martinez, lurking in behind. The flag up against Martinez.
Trey Muse aggressively off his line, won the ball in the air. The flag had already gone up for offsides.
Birmingham fans, to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news, be sure to follow at BHM Legion on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both Google Play and the App Store. Legion FC app and at BHM Legion on social media. Good way to stay up to date with Birmingham Legion FC. Spaces. Eventually Allen comes away with it. Allen will try from distance, but did not trouble the goal of Matt Van Oekel. Still just the one shot on frame for Charleston as we approach the hour mark. That was from outside the box off the foot of Ikaza, although that was dangerous there. Avila was very quick to close down Van Oekel.
A bit fortunate. Matt Van Oekel gets his clearance blocked.
Again, Dodson to ground to swipe it off of Kavita over the end line. Another goal kick, and again, Birmingham play it short. Charleston picking up the pressure here. Down a goal, trying to force the action. Find a way back on level terms.
Exactly right. Charleston trying to step and press the Legion, trying to force one mistake, force a turnover that gets them back in the game. Of course, Legion trying to go past that pressure, create a counterattack at the other end.
Palma back to Muse. On 300 regular season USL Championship saves. What a save he made. His head up against the post to push Nico Brett's shot onto the post and out. The first half, as Kasim tracks back defensively, takes it away from Wynn. Van Oekel under pressure again. They gave it up. Good work by Colin Smith, who's had a solid night tonight. Asiadu trying to turn, and does. Gets around Ikaza and finds Nico Brett, whose first touch betrays him.
Caught him just off step, and he couldn't get that ball under control. He was on sides, but could not corral the pass.
Anderson Asiadu did so well to hold off Ikaza and keep that play moving. Now Charleston trying to build again. Battery come back from a halftime deficit. They have won twice this year when trailing at the break. Of course, this is a much different Charleston team than a team Birmingham swept a season ago. Battery, the turnaround story in the league this year, and a chance developing. Marcanic wide.
This team has a lot more weapons than they did last year. Marcanic is a great passer, and he's proving he can score goals. Great first touch there, cuts in on the left. Hits it pretty solid, but just wide. Fidel Barajas, young, maybe a little bit inconsistent at times, but he's shown just how dangerous he can be, both scoring and creating chances. Augie Williams needs no introduction with his ability to score goals. There are a lot of weapons here that at any moment could change this game.
Go Brett went down. He was tied up there with Archer. Referee allows play to continue. Chris Allen, a big piece. One of the big imports for Charleston this year. Again, Battery had just 6 wins last year. Conceded 77 goals. Matthew Corcoran went hard into that challenge, and looks like he won Birmingham a throw. He did. Charleston Battery were just 1-5-11 on the road a season ago. Connor Casey's only season at the helm this year under Ben Pierman. It has been nothing short of an incredible turnaround. Unbeaten in their first 7 games to start the year. Vaulting up near the top of the Eastern Conference. Had one real stinker there against San Antonio where they gave up a touchdown and an extra point to SAFC, but outside of that, they have been really, really good this year, and they've tried a streak in their last 4 unbeaten coming into the night. But through an hour, they trail. They've got a little less than 30 minutes to change that.
Charleston have been good at home, but they've been really good on the road as well.
Well, they couldn't keep that in play. Kavita was on his back. Kavita has kept the clamps on Beto Avila and Augustine Williams better part of the night. Just has not been a whole lot in the way of opportunities for either of those two. It's been Ikaza and Marcanic that have had to create a bulk of the offense for the Battery to this juncture. Here is Williams trying to make a run in behind. Holding away Alex Cronali. Did that stay in play? Referee says no, and it is a Charleston throw. Pinballed off a couple of different boots right on the touchline. 62nd minute. Charleston is yet to make a change on a very warm and muggy night here in Birmingham. Again, it was 91 degrees at kickoff, felt like 97 down on the field. We are going to have a second hydration break here in the second half, even though the temperatures dipped into the high 80s. Declan Wynn's got space, and he stayed on side. The flag down, Wynn's got time. Serve to the back post is beyond everyone. Dotson collects and serves all the way through. Kasim clears it away. Corcoran and Smith do well to keep it away from Barajas. Smith still showing off the pace. Was he clipped by Wynn? Referee says no. Now Charleston can attack the space. Smith left vacant. Avila tried to cut it back. Corcoran was there defensively. No foul there either.
Both these teams starting to fatigue a little bit. The game is getting stretched. 60 minutes is the point in a game when oftentimes we see a few substitutions, but in this heat and humidity, both teams are really feeling the stress of it right now.
So Martinez, a one-man press, somehow forces the error there. A bit too heavy, the pass from Palma. It's a throw for Birmingham Legion. Birmingham made the one change at the break. Moses Mensah on for Gabriel Alves. That's the only change that has been made by either side through 63 plus minutes.
I wouldn't think we'll see any changes just a minute or two from a hydration break, but fairly soon after that, we may start to see both teams make some changes, trying to get fresh legs. For Legion, making sure that they can keep the defensive effort up all the way through the end. For Charleston Battery, maybe adding on a few more pieces that can create chances up top for them.
Goal kick here for Trey Muse in Charleston. Fans, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Plus hear live matches from the USL, Premier League, MLS, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Good build here from Charleston. How can they pay it off with a goal-scoring opportunity? Called a few different players back to their bench. It looks like some changes for the visitors coming here in the next few minutes. Charleston has not battered this Birmingham back line tonight by and large. Still searching for that big opportunity. Smith got in front of Barajas. Waste no time putting it back in play. Kaza. Nowhere to go against Corcoran. Kaza back on it. His pass redirects off of Martinez. So Martinez, a pest to this Charleston build-up. Kasim spins. Ikaza tries to thread through Enzo Martinez. Martinez couldn't keep it down.
I think that pass was meant for Nico Brett, but Enzo Martinez, always on his bike, always in motion, found a way to take it. Cut inside with his left foot and just couldn't quite curl that into the upper corner. Just reaching for it a little, hit underneath the ball, and up and out it went.
First team selection, of course, in the USL a year ago. 15 goals, 8 more assists. Martinez has scored 8 times already this year. He's assisted 5 more. He's been a Team of the Week honoree 4 times. He scored the game-winning goal last time Birmingham played here at home against Tampa Bay. Just could not trouble Trey Muse there as Charleston looks primed and ready for their first change of the night, and it could be a double change, might even be a triple change, depending on how they want to stagger this. As Pierre Reedy has grabbed a shirt, so is Robbie Crawford. I believe that's Tristan Traeger who's ready as well. Dotson. Looking over the top for the run of Avila. A little bit of collision there with Mensah. And the whistle does blow. Mensah is going to be shown a yellow card. So yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
I'm not sure if this was a foul or just a stumble. The assistant referee, who was just a few yards away, did not signal for the foul. Our referee took a moment, thought about it, and then gave the foul and the yellow card. Does look like a little bit of contact from behind, even if it's accidental.
So Mensah is booked. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm is the third shown to a Birmingham player tonight. Both sides are going to have changes to make here. Deben Nwegbo has come off the bench for Birmingham Legion. So an attacking change for the home side. Looks like both sides are going to withhold their changes till after the set piece. Second Charleston set piece of the second half from a similar spot.
If this isn't a left-footed in-swinger, I'll be very surprised.
It is Barajas delivering to the back post. Archer trying to put it back into the mix. It's still loose. Markanek had it blocked. Avila let it go. Ikaza did not get his full weight behind it. It was well wide.
That's why you hit left-footed in-swingers from that position. It's curling back towards the goal. It's very difficult for the goalkeeper to come and get.
So now everyone will have a chance to make changes. Pierre Aridi coming on for Vidal Barajas for Charleston. Tristan Traeger come on for Beto Avila. And that'll be all for Chris Allen as well. That's who Robbie Crawford replaces. So it is indeed a triple change for Charleston. Just the single for Birmingham as Nico Brett makes way for Deben Nwegbo. Substitutions brought to you by Papa John's. Birmingham fans, use code LEGION for 25% off your regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. So Pierre Reedy, Tristan Traeger, Robbie Crawford. The fresh legs for Charleston Battery here as they chase an equalizer with a little less than 20 minutes plus stoppage time to play. It's more pace for Birmingham Legion. Rookie Deben Nwegbo, just 21 years old. A breakout campaign in League Two with Vermont Green. Comes off the bench again for the 12th time this year for Birmingham. See him back in for Corcoran. Again, composure from the 17-year-old. Seen out wide, first touches for the new man, Nwegbo. And making Charleston chase for the moment, but not for long. Crawford getting some touches, taken off it by Nwegbo. Lovely dummy there from Agadello, knowing Mensah was making the overlapping run. Mensah's cross was deflected, and Muse collects it before conceding a corner.
Looks to me like Deben Nwegbo is actually playing in midfield. Enzo Martinez has slid up a little bit higher.
Reedy and Traeger have taken their positions on the flanks. Crawford slots back in to midfield next to Ikaza. Here is Reedy. First touch from Ikaza, but nowhere to go with it. Battery still searching for that big opportunity. Ball from Palma to find Wynn. Traeger. Trying to get Markanek, who went to ground. Get it away from Kavita for a moment. Ali clears it away and finds Agadello in the process. Martinez trying to play through Nwegbo. He stayed onside. Here comes Nwegbo. Palma racing back. Does a good job to halt the opportunity as Nwegbo is going to be called for the foul.
Fans don't like it at all, but Juan Sebastian Palma with some great one-on-one defending held his ground, wins the tackle, and then with just a little bit of contact in the back goes down to make sure he gets the call and gives his team a chance to get organized.
It's the 5th straight start for the Colombian, who scored last week against Pittsburgh, and that was picture perfect when it needed to be for Charleston. Reedy tried to head it on to Williams, who's chasing it into the corner against Mensah. Mensah got there first. Looked like he might have taken a little shove in the back, and he did. It is a free kick given. Once again, it's referee Matt Thompson who, I believe, pointed the other direction.
Well, it's not a lot of contact again, but when players feel that pressure on their back, there's no rule that says you got to fight it and battle it and stay up. They feel a hand in the back, they tend to just go down. The referee has no choice but to make the call. Opponents feel it's soft, shouldn't be given, but 9 times out of 10 the referee is going to make that call.
So Van Oekel will restart things from that deep corner. About a quarter hour to play tonight in Birmingham. Birmingham Legion in front thanks to Prosper Kasim's first league goal of the campaign. Late in the first half as Agadello somehow weaved through traffic and kept that in play. Was last touched by Reedy or Agadello? It was Agadello, a throw for Charleston.
These players have gotten so good at play acting. It's a part of the game most people wish would go away. Referees have to decipher, is it a foul, is it not, did he touch it, did he not? It all happens so quickly. I was convinced that Juan Agadello had won a throw-in, but he didn't fool the referee.
Augie Williams having some words with that AR on that far side. Like he was a little bit slow to give that throw to Charleston, but eventually pointed the flag that direction. 76th minute, Charleston trying to create something here. Ikaza, Traeger on the turn. Crawford gets it back from Wynn. Leland Archer. Sebastian Palma. Kaza, an in-swinging service to the back post, and Moses Mensah's body positioning was perfect.
Teach players how to block out in basketball, and that's exactly what Moses Mensah did on this cross. Just got good position between his man and the ball. It's an excellent service coming in, but Moses Mensah just won't let his man get to it. It goes harmlessly out of bounds for a goal kick.
It is a hydration break now in the 77th minute. A little bit later than we thought we might get it, but we do get it eventually. So one final breather before we hit the home stretch of this contest tonight. "76 minutes deep." Let's get a quick recap of what we've seen so far. Prosper Kasim's already got one tonight. Thought he might have had a chance at a second there. Nico Brent had a pretty good look as well. Chris Allen had a try from distance, but that didn't trouble Matt Van Oekel, who was under a bit of pressure early on. Brent had one more opportunity there before his touch let him down. But outside of that, Charleston Battery just have not found the frame. But once tonight, Matt Van Oekel has not been troubled. Certainly wasn't by that opportunity by Barajas. Just 5 total shots tonight for Charleston. I think it's 6 now, but just 1 on target. This Birmingham Legion have more than tripled the XG of the Battery attack to this point. Mike, what do you think we'll see here the final dozen minutes plus stoppage time as we hit the closing stages of the night.
I'm confident that Coach Tommy Sohn talked to this team about everybody does the work defensively every time. Take our time when the ball goes out of play. Give ourselves a chance to catch our breath and stay organized. I believe Charleston are saying the opposite. We need a little chaos. We need to just put some balls in the mix and see what happens and look for half chances and take risks. And let's keep this game moving as quickly as we can.
Rita sends it in the direction of Agadello, who won the ball in the air. Sidu trying to bring it down, redirected out wide. Instead it was Traeger who got there first. Traeger keeps it in play. Tristan Traeger picks up his head. Delivery sent away by Cronali. Palma keeps it down here and joins the attack. Crawford back to Archer as Palma slowly retreats to his defensive position. You got to think Charleston's going to have to start pressing more and more numbers forward as time works against them. Another easy collection for Matt Van Oekel. Reedy makes Van Oekel pick it up. Birmingham fans, if you're looking to grab some of the season's Legion FC merchandise to wear to the next home game, check out all the new gear at bhmlegion.shop. Again, bhmlegion.shop to make sure your fit is ready for the next contest at Protective Stadium. 3rd Avenue South white kits will be making their way to the shop here over the next couple of weeks. So far, so good for those debut kits. Birmingham in the white, icy whites tonight. Up a goal to nil against Charleston Battery. Trying to get through traffic, navigated it well. Traeger tried to bend his run to stay onside, and he did so. Collecting just in front of the flag. Traeger leaves it for a win. First time serve. Again, Alex Cronali heads away. Kaza tried to bring it down. Martinez made sure he couldn't. Seam held it up for a moment. Sent it down the touchline. Nwegbo beaten to it by Palma. Kaza on the turn, held back by Corcoran.
Matthew Corcoran gambled a little bit on that one, thought he could step in front, got beat on the turn and just pulled the jersey to make sure his man couldn't run away from him.
Traeger out the other side for Leland Archer, longest tenured member of the Charleston Battery. Pinged a perfect pass to win. Traeger on the turn, but didn't take the ball with him. Zenza Martinez want to counter. Palma cut it out. Time continues to tick against Charleston as Birmingham will take their time throwing it back in.
Van Pierman playing ball boy on the sideline, trying to speed the game up.
Crawford trying to get it through to Traeger. Collects and quickly throws it back in. Alex Cronali got a piece of it, but not enough. Second effort sends it away from the touch of Pierre Reedy, the former Penn State Nittany Lion. Williams cut it back. Traeger off the post and in! Tristan Traeger, what a strike, and we're tied at 1. Goal brought to you by AT&T is just the second of the year for the former Atlanta man Tristan Traeger. But Augie Williams kept it alive, and Tristan Traeger provides the finishing product and everything in play down the final stretch.
Tristan Traeger has not had a lot of looks at goal, but he hits that one very cleanly with the left foot off the far post and in. An inch perfect shot. Birmingham Legion make a change as Prosper Kasim, the goal scorer, comes off. Jake Roof comes on. He'll slide into the right back slot. And we'll see Colin Smith move up the field, become more of an attacking player.
So Roof on the 5th time he's come off the bench this year. Substitution brought to you by Papa John's. And we are on level terms. Down the final few moments. What a moment for Tristan Traeger, the 23-year-old. Played his college soccer at Air Force. Was 3-time All-Conference there. Made his way to Atlanta United 2. His first season in Charleston. And he makes a major impact on this game. Just the 2nd shot on frame all night for Charleston. Ties the game at 1. Now Birmingham trying to answer. Deba Nwegbo stayed onside. Nwegbo, his shot redirects. A little bit wide of the frame. It'll be another Birmingham corner. I don't think that was a shot. I think he was looking for the run of Enzo Martinez.
I thought Deba Nwegbo had a chance to hit that one first time with the inside of his right. Instead, he tried to cross it with his left, but that extra half second allowed the defense to get back and get in position. The deflection carries out of bounds for a corner.
Corner brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Matthew Corcoran, another serve. It's low and headed away. Coach Tom Sohn showing a bit of foot skills as Birmingham regain their shape. 85th minute here in Birmingham. Legion fans, head to the Legion FC Twitter page at BHM Legion. Immediately following the final whistle to cast your vote on who you thought earned man of the match honors tonight. Again, that's at BHM Legion. Right after the final whistle to cast your votes. Prosper Kasim, the goal scorer for Birmingham tonight. Tristan Traeger off the bench, the goal scorer for Charleston. Smith kept it in play. Traeger won Charleston a throw. And taking his time before getting it back in play, now does. Clears it in the direction of Nwegbo. Hit by Palma first, and secondly by Archer. Martinez, what a find. Over his head to Agadello, who's trying to play in Nwegbo. Palma, did he get there first? He did, for only a moment. Smith towards Agadello. Good challenge there from Dodson as it went all the way through.
We've seen some great matchups. Agadello versus Dodson has been a heck of a battle all night long. Those two have played hard. They've beat on each other. They've challenged everything. It's been fun to watch.
Cedar served to the penalty spot, but nobody in white was waiting. Here's the collection for Trey Muse. Two of the best in the Eastern Conference going at it tonight. Everything to play for down the stretch. Good hold-up play from Williams. Here comes Ikaza. Wynn couldn't keep it glued to his feet. Good defensive work by Roof and Colin Smith. Birmingham have 5-on-5 if they hurry. Roof did well to find Nwegbo, who gets it right back to him. Martinez pushing forward. Agadello pushing forward. Roof serves. Dodson clears. Mensa keeps it down here. Agadello brings it down. Nwegbo on the turn. Back to Agadello. Agadello whistles it over the top of Martinez. No nonsense clearance there from Wynn.
After the goal from Prosper Kassim, Legion had gone very conservative, didn't create that many chances. Now that they've conceded a goal, the energy is back in the attack. They seem to be back on the front foot, but they may have left it a little bit late here.
Errant header there from Kavita, throw for Charleston. So we enter the 89th minute. The Battery are going to make another change here in a moment. Looks like Andrew Booth, the Jamaican, is set to come on at the next stoppage. And Roof concedes a foul and a free kick as Traeger went down. Augie Williams down on a knee as well. It'll be Emilio Icaza who makes way for Andrew Booth. 11th overall appearance this year for Booth, his 9th off the bench. He played the last 14 minutes against Pittsburgh last weekend. He's on here in the 89th plus stoppage time as Augie Williams is receiving medical attention. Williams at least to his feet, but looks to be nursing a bit of a bruise there around his shoulder area. So Williams will come off for a moment. Meanwhile, Birmingham will make a change here likely after this set piece. They just announced this morning Tyler Freeman, 20-year-old on loan from Nashville SC, and it looks like he is going to make an appearance sooner rather than later. First things first, the set piece swung in, and it got to the back post. Last touched by a white shirt. Second corner of the night coming for Charleston.
Another dangerous in-swinging ball. Skips just past everybody and out of bounds for a corner. We said it early in this match. One of Charleston's biggest threats is their ability to win balls in the air. And on set pieces, they're always a danger.
Scottish midfielder Robbie Crawford serve this corner, out swinging, headed by Agadello. Looks like it's going to be tracked down by Martinez. Williams unmarked for a moment. Bring it down with his chest. What's confirmed 4 minutes of stoppage time to close the night, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Williams to the back post. Dodson across the face of goal. Derek Dodson might have just won it for Charleston Battery, the second of 2 late goals. Derek Dodson against Juan Agadello was one of the best matchups all night long. Dodson did the job defensively, and now he contributes to the attack.
Sneaks in around the back post and just out jumps Moses Mensah, heads it back across goal, which leaves Matt Van Okel with no opportunity to make the save, and the ball trickles in at the back post.
2 second-half goals for Charleston. Williams is still hurting a little bit. It looks like he might be coming off here. AJ Cochran is ready to check in for Charleston. Meanwhile, Tyler Freeman was announced for Birmingham Legion, replacing Colin Smith. So Cochran on for Williams for Charleston. Tyler Freeman makes his Birmingham debut. He's on for Smith. Substitutions brought to you by Papa John's. Birmingham fans, use code LEGION for 25% off your regular menu price online order at papajohns.com. Tyler Freeman, the 20-year-old from Overland Park, Kansas, is on here for Birmingham Legion, who after leading most of the night find themselves trailing now midway through our 4 added minutes. Reedy trying to race away from Kavita, who ushers it out of play for a Birmingham throw. Now Birmingham have to throw numbers forward. It's now the home side chasing an equalizer.
There's only a little bit of time left, but Legion need to keep their composure, pass the ball and work the ball. They only need one chance to tie this game up. Their style is not to just whack balls in the box.
Agadello! Oh, a golden opportunity goes just wide.
Moved the ball through midfield, got it wide. A great service to Juan Agadello. He's gonna wish he had that one back. National team star gets a clear look from inside the 6 and just pushed it wide of the post.
What a serve for Nwegbo, but Agadello couldn't find the frame. Was that the last chance for Birmingham? How many more seconds remain in this contest? 4 added minutes was declared before Augie Williams went down and needed medical attention, so is there a bit more than a minimum of 4 to be played? Mensah got it from Nwegbo, but couldn't do much with it. Dodson, a no-nonsense clearance, and a foul against Mensah is going to give Charleston a free kick as we enter the 95th minute of the night. Hughes will take his time before sending this away. Send it away out of play.
Derek Dodson has been a rock defensively. Scores what looks like it might be the game-winning goal. Trey Muse with a big save in the first half that now looms even larger. Legion have hit both posts. Had some good chances created.
Mensah into the mix, headed away by Cochran. Cleared away by Traeger, and that is full time. Charleston Battery stunned Birmingham tonight with 2 late goals to take all 3 points.
You can see the exasperation on the face of Coach Tommy Sohn. Thought he had the game, thought his team had done everything he'd asked of them. And in the last 10 minutes, somehow it slips away.
On the other side of things for Charleston Battery, trailed most of the night, but a goal in the 82nd and a goal in the 91st. Battery come away with their 3rd win this year when trailing at halftime. What a big-time result for Ben Pierman's club. Our final score, Charleston Battery 2, Birmingham Legion 1. We'll take a timeout and wrap up our coverage from Protective Stadium when we return right after this.
I walked into Chick-fil-A completely outnumbered. My husband was away at military leadership training, and the kids were doing this. Miss Carol brought me water, something to eat, and then before I knew it, she was tying Margot's shoes up and carrying her out to the car.
It always makes me feel good if that helps somebody.
I went in the next day because I just wanted to make sure she knew how much I appreciated her help.
I'm just so glad there was somebody there when she really needed it.
That's gonna go on my refrigerator.
And those that see the perfect way.
What a night for Derek Dodson and Charleston Battery. Battery have been known for late goals all season long, and they've done it again tonight. Charleston, for the first time since 2019, come away with all 3 points against Birmingham Legion. 2 late goals the difference. Charleston flips a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 victory here at Protective Stadium tonight. Blake Gardner, Mike Gavin, your crew here as we look at our final match stats tonight. And Mike, Charleston Battery for most of the night had just 1 shot on target. Their last 2 shots find the back of the nets. And you talked about Birmingham, who wanted to protect that 1-goal lead. Instead, it's Charleston who overcome and find 2 late goals.
You got to give Charleston Battery a lot of credit. They stuck with their game plan. They battled for the full 90 minutes. They did not create very many chances, and certainly very few on goal for the first 80 minutes of the match. But they stuck with it even when they were down, and they found a way to come back and not just tie the match, but go on and win it.
Charleston Battery, it seems like they have been the cardiac kids all season. How many times have they scored late in games? And they do it not once, but twice tonight. A huge road win before they go back home to take on Oakland, and then a big road stretch coming up for Charleston, which sees them go to Kentucky, to Michigan, and to California in the month of August. Meanwhile, Birmingham Legion's unbeaten streak is snapped by Charleston, and now they have to go on the road to Colorado Springs to get the month of August started.
Well, this will be a big disappointment for Legion, no question about it. They had the game, they thought they had the 3 points, and they thought they were climbing up to 4th on the table. But they've proven time and again that they've got the tools to be dangerous, whether they're at home or on the road. And as frustrating as this one will be, I'm sure the message from Coach Tom Sohn is, okay, it's done, it's gone, we can't get it back. What are we going to do about it?
We'll see if Birmingham have a response in them in Colorado coming up to start the month of August. Enzo Martinez still on the field signing plenty of autographs despite the disappointment tonight in front of the home crowd. Birmingham Legion back in front of the Protective Stadium crowd again coming up in the month of August. August 12th against Sacramento Republic. Get your tickets today at bhmlegion.com/tickets. It was a warm one, but a fun one here at Protective Stadium, and it was all smiles in the first half for Birmingham Legion FC and their supporters, thanks to Prosper Kasim's first USL goal of 2023. That allowed Birmingham Legion to take a lead into the break. But in the second half, Charleston Battery kept pushing and kept pressing and kept searching for an equalizing goal, and they found not 1 but 2. The first coming off the bench from Tristan Traeger, and the second coming from the veteran who has meant so much to this Charleston team in 2023, Derek Dodson. Our final score once again tonight, Charleston Battery 2, Birmingham Legion 1. That'll do it for our coverage of the USL Championship here at Protective Stadium. We'll talk to you next time. Until then, have a great weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.